Well, this is Steve Ridgel, and I learned something a week ago. Apparently, last January the 13th, Friday the 13th, was National Blame It on Somebody Else Day. Now, I've got to confess, I don't keep up with all the days. I have this urge every once in a while just to post on Facebook or announce on YouTube that today is Love Old Ball Guys Day. Today is Clean Your Toenails Day. Today is Check Your Tire Day. There's so many days we're supposed to keep up with. Honor your son, honor your aunt, honor your great uncle. I can't keep up with any of them. But if there is a National Blame It on Somebody Else Day, I think that's pretty hysterical because that's such a part of culture. You don't need a day for that. Talk to anybody about anything. Well, athletics. Well, yes, we lost, but the refs cheated us. The coach didn't do a good job. Wasn't my fault. Called the wrong play. Yeah, my teammate ran the wrong way, or we would have. You can always blame somebody else for all your failures. I mean, we just pick any good excuse and work it to death. Yeah, we've got supply chain issues. I tried to flush my commode. It's apparently broken. I think it's supply chain issues. I couldn't get a haircut. Is that a supply chain issue? On and on people go with blaming anybody for anything. Well, working with people as they try to do their Jesus journey, and talking to people about Jesus, that blame game's been around a long time. God made a perfect world and put man in it, and they messed it up. I mean, Satan tempted them. They made a bad choice. And when God asked them about it, listen to what they say. Go back and read the first part of Genesis. Adam says, well, God, it was Eve. Eve, it was the serpent. Adam even added on, well, the woman you gave me. So, boy, in just a couple of verses, Adam blames Eve. Eve blames Satan. Adam blames God. Same thing today. People say, well, yeah, I mean, I know I don't do everything I should and don't. I mean, even Christians will say things like, but it wasn't my fault because they just left the money laying there. So I know, but everybody was having a drink. So, if you had just seen her, on and on and on, the excuses go. I was so tired, I just couldn't get up for church. I have so much to study at school, I just don't have time to add on Bible reading to that. If on and on and on the excuses go. Blame somebody. None of this is my fault. Almost every sin in the Bible, somebody jumps up and says, not my fault because. That's why I love some of the heroes of faith that we read about that just get up and say, you know what? It was wrong and I did it. And I'm sorry and I'm going to do better with it. At some point, we can all blame everybody and take great comfort in that. Blame anybody, everybody, anything, and take great comfort in it until someday you stand before God and he says, okay, what did you? And then we're going to say, it wasn't my fault, God. He's going to say, you did it. And we're going to say, yeah, but your son died for all that. And he's going to say, but you didn't believe in him. So I'm telling you, yeah, it's all easy to do the blame game, but at some point, some of us have to stand up and say, my bad, and then do something about it. And if you're not a Christian, the great news there is that, well, God sent Jesus to die for your sins. So when you figure out it's your bad, believe in Jesus. He's paid the price for that. You Christians that mess up, good news for you too. If you're a follower of Jesus, his blood's cleansing your sins. So let's stop making excuses. Let's just stand up and say, I did it. I'm forgiven. I will do better. This is Steve Ridgel telling you most of the problems in my life were my fault.